What is up, guys? So if you guys have been keeping up on the videos, you should know that we dropped the motor in the S13 last night. It's like a huge accomplishment. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. After that whole freaking headache of having to wait for one little part for my engine, we're finally making moves again, and I'm pumped. So if you guys didn't watch yesterday's video, watch it right now. Just go watch it. At this point, we're just trying to handle each system one by one until this thing is fully complete. Though it looks pretty complete, we got a lot of work to do until this car is roadworthy. I went down and labeled all the systems we have to complete. Yesterday we finished up the drivetrain one. When I was kind of quickly tinkering around, I banged out the power steering stuff. All I had to really do was connect this feed line to the power steering pump. Everything else I already had connected, so that is actually all set. The power steering stuff is now all good. Nice. So today what I want to work on is the fuel system, the coolant, and maybe we'll just bang the brakes out real quick and see what else we can get to. So I guess, we could just hop right to it. So as you can see, we have no fuel lines hooked up. This part's actually pretty easy. We have our feed on the rail, and then we have our return. Now we have to basically link those up with everything needed in between. So on the feed, we're gonna want a filter. On the return, we're gonna want our fuel pressure regulator. So let's go find those. All right, guys, so I have my Tomy aftermarket fuel pressure regulator, more freaking colors for the engine bay. I have my aftermarket fuel filter, which I used last year, and I know it's still good. High pressure fuel line, and of course, fuel hose clamps, and plenty of them. So let's get to work. So I kind of got in the zone and just banged out the feed side of the fuel rail, and I decided to try and tuck the filter because why the hell not? And have it coming up, and then underneath the intake and to the fuel rail. It's tucked under nice. It's basically tucked up to one of the aluminum water necks, so it's not going anywhere. It is on there. Very happy with that location. Now we have to do the return side. So I have to figure out where to put this big clunky fuel pressure regulator. All right, so I determined right here is definitely the best location for it. Just overall in the center, it's out of the way, still looks kind of clean. Let's get the lines in and see how she looks. It is, we have the fuel line coming off the fuel rail to the fuel pressure regulator, then right back to the gas tank, and of course that regulates the pressure within your fuel rail. And then it has a vacuum line that of course helps regulate the pressure under different loads of vacuum, and that goes right underneath the intake, so this is actually all set. Doesn't look too bad right there. It's kind of in your face, but it's like a cool aftermarket look, so I'll take it. And what's sick is we can now cross this off. Since I didn't change anything else with the fuel system, we are all set with that, which is awesome. I guess next we can bang out, we'll do the intake, intercooler stuff. So I'm running the PBM mid-mount kit. I love it. Intercooler sits right up top, and it's really, really short piping. I know my intercooler piping is disgusting. I gotta clean these up in the meantime. This pipe cleaned up like really, really well. I'm surprised. Now I just gotta find this stupid freaking hose clamps for it, but I'm gonna show you here. So like this is before, as you can tell, it's pretty crusty. And I'm gonna pass off to Eddie. What's up, Eddie?
What up?
Half-ass effort with this style. I'm like, I've never used this before. Wavy actually got me this for my birthday, and it's called Metal Mania. All I did was, usually I'm a mother's guy, mother's polish, but I kind of used a lot. Not bad, right? All right, so the intercooler piping is mocked up. I do miss this. It's like really starting to look complete, but unfortunately, I have no hose clamps, which I kind of wasn't expecting, so I'm gonna have to wait on those. I also forgot to hook up the heater hose lines, which is gonna suck doing it in the car because it's behind the head. Went to go put them in, realized that I bought the wrong swap hoses. Now, I don't know if they're wrong, but they just don't fit on the heater hose outlets. They're just too big. So gotta order that and get those in, and hopefully we'll have those by the weekend. But besides that, everything's going pretty smoothly. Got the coolant hoses in, and there you go. So I guess what's next? I really just need to suck it up and do the wiring, huh, Eddie?
Get the wiring done.
Get the wiring done.
Car running and shred it this weekend.
So now at this point, I really want to get the exhaust dialed in, because once the exhaust is all done, you can basically just put the car on the ground, which would be like a really, really big, exciting thing. So what we have is my downpipe. Now this is basically that goes from the turbo elbow to the cat back. Actually a Gretty downpipe. It's really nice. It's just really filthy because of all the paint and stuff. But the problem is it doesn't have one of these built in. I want as much flex in the exhaust system as possible because it takes strain off of the turbo manifold, and the head. Your exhaust puts a lot of strain on your turbo right here, and then puts a lot of strain on your exhaust manifold, which tends to crack over time, and we don't want that, especially the tubular manifolds. no matter what brand you get, they always crack. It just happens. It's just part of the game, and I want to avoid that as much as possible, especially if I'm gonna be like sliding off course and bottoming out my exhaust and stuff like that. So only thing I have to do is get a bung welded in like this one right here for my AFR gauge. Now I'm gonna bring that down to Justin down at Morpheus, and he's gonna bang that up real quick for me. But in the meantime, I actually have to run up. It's kind of far, but we're gonna go up to Bobby G's. If you know my buddy Bobby G, he used to have the E36 Vert last year, but now he has the SC300 with a 1J in it. We're actually trading tires because he needs 18s and I have them. I need 17s and he has them, so we're gonna swap. And I'm actually gonna probably mount the tires on the new wheels I got for the S13, so it's gonna be pretty fun. I'm gonna get this prepped, drop it off at Justin's, and then head up to Bobby G's. Let's get to it. So I got 8 wheels in the Saturn right now. Very impressed. CT weather update. Trees are officially fully green. Unreal. Literally changed from no leaves to all leaves in a week. Nuts. So, sweet. So Bobby G has actually had like a gas station garage in his family forever. So it's gonna be really cool. It's my first time going there, and I'm really excited to check the place out. Let's go. Bobby G's Automotive Emporium. Say hi, Bobby G. So what is this? This is the family gas station workshop?
Yeah, basically what it is. Gas station, work on cars.
We're in South Windsor, right?
No, Windsor Locks.
Windsor Locks. If you guys are in Windsor Locks and you want some bitchin' service and some bitchin' gas, or you just want a bag of peanuts, come on down to Bobby G's Gas Station Emporium and do burnout. Yeah. Just give them the thumbs up, and as long as you're in the old lot, you can do a burnout. Right? That's the key.
Yeah, that's a burnout lot right
That's
there.
a burnout lot. So there you go. Bobby G just rebuilt himself some Blitz. Look how hot these are. These are huge. 17 by what? 11 and a half? 18. That's what I meant. It's 18 by 11 and a half. Totally meant that. So nice work, buddy.
Thanks.
Then we got that long bitch in the back. Damn, this thing gets literally longer every time I see it. It's a little leaky boy, but we're not gonna. Are those going in the front too?
Yeah.
Is that gonna fit?
Yeah.
How?
Well, right now I have to.
With some force, I guess.
Yeah.
How's this 1J running?
Right now I don't really want to talk about it.
So we're doing a bunch of tire swapping. We're gonna be mounting all the tires all on the G33 wheels, the GTR rep wheels, whatever, my 17s. And Bobby's gonna be mounting the Blitz, right?
Yeah.
And I got ice cream, so I'm chilling. I'm having a good day.
Let's go to drive. No bad days.
Bobby G's hooking it up with the grippy ones, dude. I wasn't expecting this. This is a come up. Thank you, Bobby G.
No problem. With the homies. You want a GPS?
Yeah, you want GPS?
These are absolutely miserable. Bobby, how hard are these to take off?
Dude, these are horrible. I don't like these.
No, so the tire is so fitted that as soon as you pop the bead off the rim, it just reseats. Such a fun time.
We've been working on 2 for like an hour.
It's okay. I think we figured out the technique.
Yeah, we got it.
It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. These look so good. I'm so pumped. I kind of want to, low-key, just want to throw these on the BMW and just have like all 4 on BMW because I think they look actually really badass. What do you think, BMW? Should we try them?
Yeah, dude, I like those. They're gonna look so
It would
clean.
look hot. They look so fresh. Last one, Bobby G. Last one. It's nothing.
There we go.
Do you guys do stretch tires here?
We can.
You can.
For a little extra.
A little
You know
extra.
what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
So you CT boys, I know it's hard to get tires stretched around here, so you know what's up. You know what's good. Windsor Locks, right?
Windsor Locks.
Windsor Locks. Google it.
Bobby G's.
Time for the main event. We're gonna try and stretch a 235/40 on an 11 and a half. Luckily, 3-piece wheels are awesome because as you see, the lip itself is just slightly tapered. So if you seat the bottom lip, they kind of just stretch themselves on. Do you guys have a banana for reference? Banana for reference. It's a wide bitch. Oh, dude, that's nothing. Oh my god. It's a little sketchy.
Very.
So the stretch is quite massive. Bobby, you're such a stance boy. Oh my God, everyone hates you. But Bobby G hooked it up. Got me with the fresh 17s on my G33s, which is 6, and I can throw those on, and I have drift spares ready to go. Yeah! So I'm all set for night stage. So that's one last thing I gotta do on the car. Can't wait to throw them on. Can't wait to see your car hitting.
Dude, we're gonna bang some doors. I'm gonna ruin these wheels.
About it, Bobby G, thank you so much, homie.
You're very welcome.
Come on down and get your Bobby G peanuts and automotive technician services.
Yes, sir.
But we have to get back to the shop. It's getting pretty late. We still got a lot of work to do, but we'll get it done. See you at the shop. We're back. Let's get back to work. Oh, I love staring at this. I'm so excited to see this thing back together. It's a little late now, but we gotta get some things done. I wanna get the exhaust done. Just stopped at Justin's shop, More Fat Performance. I'll put the Instagram right here. Make sure you check him out. He always hooks me up. If you guys are local to CT and you need some custom fab work done or some just welding done in general, Justin gets it done super, super fast and for super affordable pricing. And he had the AM bung I needed in stock and welded up for me real quick, so he really saved the day on this one. Now I have a slot for my AFR gauge, so I know what my air-fuel ratio is when my car is running, which is super, super important for any car, especially a turboed car. So this is going to attach to the turbo elbow, which is like right there, and should just do that. Then we're gonna try and bolt this up and see how it aligns with the rest of the exhaust, because when you start mixing random brand exhausts, they tend not to line up. Find out. I'm actually really impressed with this downpipe. It fits beautifully, like even lined up with the other exhausts with no issues. It's nice and tucked up too. As you can see, it's basically the same height as the frame rail. That's all you can ask for. I would say we've earned this one. Easy enough. Awesome. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm happy with that. The exhaust is basically done. I want to tighten the exhaust up in the rear because it hangs just a little bit. I'll handle that later, but I'll consider the exhaust part done. As far as stuff in the engine bay goes, I have to finish up the coolant stuff behind the head. I have to order those hoses tonight. And then I gotta find new hose clamps for my intercooler piping. Do all the vacuum stuff, of course. That's only like 20 minutes worth of work. Make myself an intake and then wire this thing up. So I'm thinking of doing wiring tomorrow, just bang it out of the way. So we're gonna go through this factory wire harness, strip it, simplify it, and put it back together, and we'll do that. So got the tires from Bobby G. He mounted them up for me, and I threw them on the car really quick, and I'm really, really pumped. I love these wheels. Honestly, like, it's such a clean OEM styling. If you guys didn't know, these are replicas of R33 Skyline wheel, or GTR to be more specific. Only difference really is they take the OEM look, add a little bit more to the lip, and change the offset to plus 15 instead of like a plus, I think the OEM ones are around plus 28, which is like pretty sunken in, so this helps make it more aggressive, and I'm a really big fan of it. I don't know how I feel about this whole Christmas thing going on, but we'll handle it. Hope you guys liked today's video, and I hope you guys are stoked on the S13 because I am dying to see this thing fire. We still got a lot of work to do, but we're getting there, and that's all that matters is just making progress. So you guys know, like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and have a fantastic day.